Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all? Today we are going to start our new chapter, chapter number 3 on the ocean. This is actually a poem of S.T. Coleridge, and today we will read out the poem and its reference to the context and its explanation also. So let's start now. Now look at the page number 15. These are the stanzas which are given here. This is actually not a full poem. These stanzas have been taken from S.T. Coleridge's long poem, The Rime of Ancient Mariner. The actual name of the poem is The Rime of Ancient Mariner, one of the most influential poem in English language. This poem is about an old sailor who narrates his long story about a voyage in which his entire crew was killed. In the given stanzas, the narrator explains the hardships, the dangers that they encountered during the sea voyage. So we will come to the first one stanza. All in a hot and copper sky, the bloody sun at noon, right up above the mast did stand, no bigger than the moon. These lines actually, when we are going to write down the explanation with reference to the context of poem, whatever the stanza is given, like first one stanza, first of all we will let the to know that from which poem these lines have been taken and what is the name of the writer, what is the name of the poet. So in reference we will write down these lines have been taken from the poem on the Ocean written by S.T. Coleridge. Then comes the context. We will have to write down that why these lines have been written, or what is explained before, or what is explained in this stanza. So in this stanza the poet explains that the sun is blazing, scorching and blindingly hot, and they are getting a lot of problems over there. So, explanation of these lines are, in these lines, the narrator explains that the sky looked like heated copper. The sun looked blood red. Even at noon, it stood vertically above the mast and looked as small as the moon. In these lines, two metaphors also are presented, like a hot and copper sky and bloody sun. Sun is looking as red as the blood is, and as hot as a copper. These lines also tell us about the location of the ship. The ship is on or near the equator because the sun is very harsh and is at a vertical angle at noon, a phenomena that occurs in the equatorial regions only. So we come to know that all the situation of the ship and its passengers. Now look at the second one stanza. Day after day, we struck nor breath nor motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean. We can write the context in this way, that this poem is about an old sailor who narrates his long story about a voyage in which his entire crew was killed. In the given stanza, the narrator explains the hardships and dangers that they encountered during the sea voyage. Now look at the explanation of this paragraph, this stanza. In these lines, the narrator of the poem is narrating that the sailors were becoming weary every day. They become weak due to the weakness. They were too weak to speak and breathe. They could not move. The sailor become as idle or motionless and still on the ship as the Ocean in a painting. If we look a painting on the painting of an ocean, everything is still and silent, and nothing can move, not nor wind, nor water, nor the ship. So same is the situation is with uh, the passengers and with the ship. Painted ocean is another metaphor used in these lines. Water, water everywhere, and all the boats did shrink. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. This is also a very important lines. In these lines, the narrator said the narrator is telling us the hardships and the miserable condition of the passengers, that there was water everywhere and the ship stand motionless in the water. It affected all the boards of the ship and they shrank. There was water, water everywhere, but not a single drop for the thirsty sailors, as the sea water was very salty and they could not see even a single drop of that water. So, what a type of hopelessness, what a type of miserable condition they were suffering over there. That everywhere there was water and water, but they can't drink even a drop of water. And they are in a boat, they are in a ship, but they are just motionless. They can't even move. They are so weak. All these miseries of the voyage is presented in this poem on the ocean. So you have to I hope so that you have learned you can quite easily understand this, and you can learn the reference to the context and explanation of this poem. Okay students, take care. Allah Hafiz.